You have to, as the nationalist player, you're gonna have you have to go through a lot of territory to get to the victory, but you also have 9 turns, which I think is excessive. Like, I kind of feel like I could just relax and take it super chill. When like I feel like if this was let's say like 2, 3, 4 x 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. I don't know, maybe like 7 turns instead of 9. I feel like
Yeah, I
maybe.
was going to say 6 to 7 would be my guess if I were to peg it.
I have a feeling like 6 might be too short, just because I'm trying to think of how to get to K9 at the back. But 7 turns for sure. Like, otherwise, I don't know. It seems like it's going to be tough. Now, on the flip side, despite having a lot of turns to go through, the fact that everybody starts hip is definitely going to be a huge plus. Because depending on how you set up, that's a lot of damage right away.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I honestly, I think the road will, because you can do what, 5 hexes on the road. I think more if you're stacked with the leader.
Uh, yeah. So if we're just talking infantry, then it's 5 on the road if you count advance, 6 if you count road bonus, and uh, it would be or CX would be 8. And if you were with a leader, add was it 4? 6 with leader, 8 with 6 with leader, 8 CX, road bonus, advance, yeah, 10. So you can go a long way if you take the road and only the road, but also like that's kind of gets into crazy territory there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean 6 to 7. I think you could get to K9 in like 4 if you were cranking it along the road.
Mm, I still think 5, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Definitely,
I mean, just to give it a little bit of time pressure, because I don't think P10 has a lot of time pressure, because you can get there pretty readily within
yeah,
4 or 5 turns.
comparatively, yeah, for sure. But yeah, all right. Well, uh, one last check of the scenario here. Some balance, which I didn't even check to see if there's a balance one way or the other. Have to control 7P10, 7K9. Uh, oh, yeah, it's not worded properly, but I assume that Y is also uh, possible for you to set up in because it doesn't mention a board specifically. So in case there's anybody there, or if you were mulling it, or if somebody ends up watching this later. Um, I also want to double check, make sure we did that. Yep, snipers are active. Good. All right. Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
only
that's what
other.
I was saying before about how the way the picture looks, the columns line up. But
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. It does stick to everybody. It's like weird. It's like I don't know why they give me hip if that's the way the map is supposed to be aligned, because I immediately have to move in order to actually capture my victory points.
yeah. Like you, well, technically, like they'd start under your control or whatever. But yeah, like if the map is flipped, like, what's even the point of getting hip if like that's the only hexes you can really use, type stuff. I think it must be like, I wonder if there was like a second printing of this, and that's why it's wrong. Because I don't, it doesn't seem like anything out there really mentioned like otherwise. Like I didn't see anything to state that like on the scenario archives, like there's no errata that says like, oh yeah, flip the board around or whatever. It's just that's what it shows on the actual archives itself, which is strange. And this doesn't even wait. Does this not? Long march. Where's the long march? Firefights. Fights. Nope. Alright, cool. Well, apparently there's no errata, even though that doesn't make any sense. So, I guess we'll just go right ahead. Weather. No weather change. Already rolling doubles. Oh, yeah. Oh, the other thing to keep in mind about the vehicle is the vehicle's it has a 2x2. So basically, whichever gun I shoot, they're the way that it's described in the rulebook is that they both have a 360-degree arc of fire. So there's technically no restrictions on that. However, only one of the two machine guns can be classified as its main armament. So if whichever gun I shoot first, regardless of which it is, that's the one that's described as the main armament for I think the turn. And if both shoot, then I just choose between the two.
Gotcha.
Also, the other thing that I found out was that the rate of fire only applies. The rate of fire printed on the counter itself only applies to the main armament, which is important because if you get rate of fire, you don't get it for both MGs on it. You only get it for one. And I can choose to um, remove the guns if I abandon it, or if like another unit comes in and wants to take like a free LMG or something. So,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna bring this down here just to be, and I can see where it is. Just to be less confusing. I got nothing in the rally phase or prep fire because I have nobody on board. So if you have anybody or anything to do during rally phase or prep fire phase, be
Nope,
my guest.
I'm all good.
Cool. So we'll just go straight into movement then, and all right. Well, I got a ton of options, so I'm just gonna go with. Concealed units, and if it turns out that they have line of sight or you're revealing or whatever, just let me know and we'll go from there. I'm CXing one unit off board here. Spend one to get in for one. B6 for two. Oh, and I guess like technically you won't be able to see most of them, so just say stop whenever there's like a conflict or whatever.
Yeah. Go ahead and just move things. The
Yeah.
only thing I'll say we probably need to take a look at is the vehicles because I imagine they're going to move fairly far ahead.
I mean, if I choose to sacrifice them early, yes. I don't know if I want to take that road down the forest, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least the first turn, just go ahead and I'll let you know if it needs to be interrupted.
Sounds good. So 4 there, 6. We'll just do some CX on another guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's also going to be a little redundant. I'm not going to bother cleaning the concealment or CXs right now, so apologies in advance.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oops. That should be
you got a lot of big packs to move.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just put that there. 1, 2, oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Yeah. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down here. Just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. There we go. This group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, late CX 6 into D1. Oh, I need a chart again.
Wouldn't it be 7?
Yeah, 7, sorry. I was still on full movement being 6 for CX. My bad. Alright, vehicle. Oh yeah, I don't get movement, the road rate movement bonus, so it doesn't matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. Actually, these guys are. Right, no, that's still 1. So 4, 5. Oops. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 12 to get there. Stays in motion.
Why was it 12 to get there?
Because you can declare to go over. If I was to go in and delay, I would have to stop. But if I spend all my movement or remaining movement to get into the hex, I can't technically stop, so I remain in motion.
Okay, no, I was curious where the extra movement points were coming from. That's fine. You're just spending them. All right.
I think I'll have to. Round would be 3. Other guy's gonna go 1, 2, 5, 8, 11, 12, 15, 18, and then 4 to just end 22 in motion.
All right.
And I think that's it for movement turn 1. Defensive fire, if there's any.
None.
None. No advancing fire, no route phase. Advances. Alright, how not to die in 13 easy steps. These guys go there. These guys go there. These guys go here. Stack will go there.
Question: Are
Yep.
you going to trust me for vision, or am I going to have to show you units?
I think. Oh man, I forget. I think technically you need to reveal. So, if you
It's
want to
okay.
double
Keep the
check
kids
that
on.
while I,
It's all right. Keep the kids in.
because I'm pretty sure you keep your concealment. I just forget if, or you should keep concealment for sure. But yeah, we'll send those both there. Is there a point? Oh yeah, for sure. This guy, this guy. After I clone this, there we go. Yeah, okay. That's it for advances. I assume there's no CC.
Yep.
All right, Russian or Red Chinese turn one.
Weather. No change. I have no rally actions.
Same.
I have no prep fire.
Okay,
I have no movement.
sounds good.
Any defensive fire.
Not that I can think of.
I have no advancing fire. I don't think there's any route actions. Yeah.
No.
I am not doing any advances. No close combat. Over to you.
All right. This is like the one thing I dislike about scenarios like this, where it's like, all right, well, why not just start at a hypothetical, closer range, decrease the time.
Yeah, like just let you set up north of I, H or
Yeah,
H or north, right?
yeah. 11, no change, or at least I'm pretty sure there's no change.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No rally.
It's 2 or 12.
No rally actions. No prep fire movement. Movement. I'm just gonna start with the vehicle up here. 3, 6, 9.
Just a dumb question. Is there any chance of him bogging?
If I get into some crazy terrain, yes. Like, I think if I go straight into X9, that'll be a bog. There's a bog chance if I go into woods specifically. But just on normal ground, no.
All right. I think those are actually mud flats, aren't they? Aren't they impassable?
The you mean X9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't. My plan isn't to go in those anyways, but
Well, I take that back.
where is it? Would be marsh. I think is.
Is it marsh or a mud flat? That's kind of the.
Mudflat is only by SSR.
Mud flat's only by SSR. Okay, so it's all for infantry or for foot.
Yeah,
but they can't advance into it.
Correct.
So just.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Just keep it in mind.
Yep. So that was 9, 3, 6, 9 to get there. It's gonna, oops, on my turn for 1, so 10. Yeah. 10, and then goes into bypass. I'm trying to line this up so it makes a little bit of sense. Whatever, I'll have to be there. So he's in bypass in Y9 for it's 2, so 12, and then spends all of the rest of their movement as delay and stops at 22.
Okay, so no longer in motion. Gotcha.
Correct. Not going to bother with the other vehicle right away. Union AA10 goes to Z9 for 1. And then Y9 for 3. Oh, they're also not CX.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easier just doing that then. I'm gonna clone this. Oh, I could do that. Bypass in Z10 or Z10 for 1 goes to Y10 for 2. Bypass X10 for 3. W10 for 4.
Hold on 1 second if you don't mind.
Yep. Yeah, this is like the nerve-wracking part because it's like anybody I get close to is like immediately dead. It's like a 6 down 2 or a 6 down 1 in most cases. Unless it's woods, but then it's 6 flat, but you know.
No, you're right.
Okay. Um, Other unit will do almost the same. Goes in Z10 for bypass, Y10 for 2, and then X10 for 4. One unit in G9 will drop its CX. Goes to H9 for 2, and then I9 for 4. If there's nothing, next guy will go. Oh, I can't do something fancy. Go H8 for 2, and then I8 for 4.
You're good.
Yeah, sorry, I keep trying to figure out how I want to die. um, one unit F8, excuse me, goes to F9 for 1, G10 for 2, Z10 bypass for 3, and then we'll end in Y10 for 4.
Okay.
This. Another unit will do exactly the same, ending in Y10. Rest of the stack goes to G9 for 2, H9 for 4, and then we'll do I9 for 6. Three. Over here, drop CX. 1, 3. 1, 3, might as well. This unit F5 does 1, 3. F4 does 2, 4. F3 will do 2, 4. This. One unit in I2 will start parading around. He's going to do 2, 4 into the woods.
All right.
6.
Okay.
Right. Unit I2 goes to I3 for 2. Then I4 into the woods there for 4.
Okay.
Right. One unit in G2. Go 1, 2, road for 4.
All right.
Another unit will do exactly the same. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. These guys will lose their CX. 1, 2, 3, 4. This stack will lose their CX. 1, 2, 3. Motion armored car will go 1, 2. They're still good. 3, 4. And then pays 18 to get into L2 to stay in motion.
All right.
And I think that is going to be it. Defensive fire phase.
None.
Alright, advanced fire phase, none. No routes, advances. This is where things are starting to get dicey. W10 into V9. If anything, just put CC markers or whatever if it turns out that way. J10 to K10, Y10 to X10 or J10, whatever. Guys in this building will go. I might as well bring them down. I9 to J9, I8 to J8, H7 to I8, H6 to I7, H5 to I6, H4 to I5, J4 to K5. These guys will do J3 to K4, J3 to K3, I4 to J4, J1 to K2, J0 to K1. Doom stack in G3 goes to H3, and that's it. Are there any CCs?
Nope.
All right. Turn to Russians. No weather.
No weather. I have no rally action.
Same. Oh, you're lingering in that prep fire too long. I'm nervous.
You're getting close. I'm just debating.
Everything's just nerves right now. It's just what a perfect way to draw up anxiety in the attacking player.
No, I mean honestly, this is going to be an absolute slaughter once I start opening up. So that's where I'm being cautious.
Mm-hmm.
These guys will open up on V9.
Okay. So 6 up 2. Oof. 7 on 6 is, I think, a 1 row.
Normal row.
Just normal? Alright. Normal. 7. Pins them. I'll take it. It's a welcome change from all the other breaks.
No movement.
All right.
Defensive fire.
Okay. Well, V9 is just going to shoot back. That's an easy one. So it's 3 up 1. Okay. 5 on 3 NMC. Alright. Return the favor. 1, 2, 3. He is stopped, so I might as well. I'm going to combine both machine guns in the armored car. It is a clear line of sight for the most part. It's going to be a 4 up 2 shot. absolutely nothing. Final. That'd be really tight. I don't want to risk that. And that's it. Advanced fire phase.
No advance fire. Am I routing? Pretty sure I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to route essentially towards the VL line. Anything else is fine. Because you can't see anybody.
Yep.
We'll take perhaps defensive off.
So just for reference, for hip units, when you reveal them to claim LOS, they are unhipped and concealed.
They are? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured they'd remain concealed. I just wasn't sure if.
Yeah, usually they're not concealed. Like hip does not equal concealment. So.
Oh, right.
Advance phase done.
All right.
No CC.
Can't say I'm too surprised.
Can I check for concealment on the guy that just advanced back?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's take off pins right now since there shouldn't be any.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody has LOS on him.
So it should be free. I think the only time the dice roll comes in is if you're in concealment terrain and past 16, or if what's the other one? Or if you're out of LOS but maybe not in concealment. There's something there. I forget.
Yeah, I can never remember. Okay, yeah, he backs up and gains concealment again.
Unit within 16 unbroken enemy is not in concealment. Yeah, okay. So if you're not in concealment terrain, and the other is if you're beyond 16 and in concealment. So whatever. Neither applies. Rally phase or start turn 3. No change. Rally phase. I have no actions.
I do have a rally actually.
Cool.
Forget, are my dudes commissars?
The 10-2 is. I think the 8-2 might be. Hold on. Let me see what the counter. I'm pretty sure. I know the 10-0 is, and I think the 8-0 might be. Because I don't think you get.
I don't know. If you can see, I just unhipped a leader.
So the 10-0 is a commissar. The 8-0 is not, and the other guy isn't. So, I mean, I'll just take your word for whatever you have. If he's a commissar,
it's not a commissar. So yeah, that's.
Oh, okay.
And he does not.
Cool. Now, do I try to all-out rush him just so I can kill the DM guy? Probably not. I'm actually surprised that you didn't move the DM guy into O10 and then advance the leader there.
Well, perhaps I have other surprises.
That's true. If there's nothing else, we'll go to prep fire, of which I will have none anyways, and movement phase. Alright, now is the tricky part. Guy in K2 is going to go into L2 for 1. Taking the road. M3 for 2.
Okay.
N3 for 3.
Alrighty.
O4 for 4.
Okay.
Late CX into B4.
Alrighty.
The guy in K3 will CX, take the road, L2 for 1, M3 for 2, N3 for 3, O4 for 4, P4 for 5, P5 for 6.
You'll get fired on.
Okay.
And he should be unconcealed as well, yeah.
Yeah, so 6 down 2. It's a little pin test check, yeah? Yeah. Test check. Pins. Damn. Oh, he's still CX. Sorry.
So, let's see. It was 6, so that drops it to what, a 4?
It'd be 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, then that was nothing. 8 on 2 is nothing.
Oh, no. Sorry. You were at 6, so it was 8 on 6. I thought you were talking about residual. Sorry. And you cowered. No, you don't cower. Remember, there's that whole thing we discovered afterwards. I felt like an ass for
partisans don't cower. That's right. That's what it is.
Yeah, like red Chinese, all Chinese consider powering, but are also immune to cowering. G18.3. All right. Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna CX one guy in K1. He's gonna go L0 for 2, M1 for 4, and N1 for 6.
All right.
Other unit in K1 goes L1, M2, N2 for 6.
Can you CX 2 turns in a row?
I didn't last turn. Wait, did I CX with those guys last turn? No, because all my CX counters were off. Yeah, you can't CX the turn the counters come off, but they were all off last turn.
Yeah, I was curious. I mean, I knew there was some quirk about it.
Yeah, it's like the one thing that's super well, I want to say for newer players it's super confusing because you don't get in the habit of playing with CX counters, and they come off at a really weird time. Like if you prep fire, technically you still have to keep the CX counter on them until like the movement phase or the end of prep fire. And if they don't prep fire, they keep it till movement until they move, just so it's easier to remember. If you opportunity fire, you keep the CX counter on them until the advanced fire phase is done. It gets confusing after a while. The unit in K5 goes to L5 for 1.
All right.
M6 for 2.
We will open up on you.
Yeah, figured that much. 6 down 2. That will be 7 NMC.
Yep.
Breaks. Just break. And another 2 residual.
I figured it was either that or you were going to immediately jump on top of me, so, you know.
Yeah, no, that was the plan. I forgot that guy was a leader, actually. I just have a sacrificial lamb. Man, I'm going to have to CX, I guess, with that guy. This guy in I5 CXs goes J5 for 2, K6 for 4. I don't think you have LOS on it.
Nope.
L6 for 6, and you'll definitely lose conceal.
All right.
Okay. Ooh, I can do that. Okay. J4 will CX, goes to K5 for 2. That'll be a reveal. L5 for 3.
Okay.
M5 for 4,
Mm-hmm.
N5 for 6.
All right.
Guy in K4 also CXs. He will go L4 for 2. Uh, can I? I don't think I can technically bypass that. So we'll just do 4. I'll lose concealment.
Are you
So,
revealed in L4?
yeah, an L4, yeah. Um, so 4 to get into M4, and then 6 into N4.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have concealment. V9 will go. Do I want to CX him? Sure. Go CX goes to V10 for 2.
Okay.
M10 for 4.
We'll fire at you.
Yep, 6
So,
flat.
6 up.
7 on 6, NMC. Pass. And you still get 2 residual, so don't forget about that.
Okay.
And then he will. I'll just have him continue to U10 for 6.
All right.
K10 will go to V10 for 2.
Uh-huh.
And then we'll continue into U10 for 4. Drops conceal.
All right. Sounds good.
Stack in X10 goes to W10 for 1.
All right.
Also, I need to do this. And then V9 for 4. That's 2. Yeah. Y10 will bypass X10 for 1. W10 for 2. L10 for 4.
All right.
The unit in J8 will CX, goes to K9 for 2.
Uh-huh.
L8 for 4.
Bounces.
All right.
And we, I don't know. Are we firing at you as you come in?
I think if I was bypassing, it'd be triple. But if I bounce, I go back to my start hex, and I drop concealment, obviously, and that ends my move for the guy. So you can choose to attack, but it's not forced.
Yes, I will. So
Okay.
6 flat, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the one thing that's bugging me right now is I know you can do. I know that's the rule for it, but it constantly bugs me because there's no keyword for it. Like everybody just knows it as like you bump back or whatever, but it's not like there's no like move into same hex with enemies as like a keyword. So looking it up in the rule book becomes a pain. I was trying to make like a bookmark or something for it. All right. Squad in I6 goes to J6 for 1. We'll lose concealment.
Okay.
K7 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
L7 for 4.
All right.
Okay. This stack in I8 will assault move to J8.
All right.
Unit in I7 goes to J7 for 1.
Okay.
K8 for 2.
All right.
And we'll stop there.
I'm about to get gangbanged.
This would be a waste.
You know what? We will fire again on that unit.
Sure. So 3 down to
7 on 3 is conditional.
yeah, pin test check. Pinned. One unit in J9 will declare CX, goes to K10 for 2.
Uh-huh.
L9 for 4, loses concealment.
Okay.
And then M9 for 6.
And we'll unhip and fire, so 6 flat.
6 flat. 6 on 6,
6 on
1
6
MC.
that's 1 MC.
Breaks and oops, I forgot ELRs. There you go. And isn't CX anymore. Hooray. Alright. Well, I gotta clone this. Another unit in J9 goes to K10 for 2. Then L9 for 4, drops concealment. Last unit in J9, assault moves to K10. The armored car in L2 in motion continues its movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop, please.
Oh, stop where?
Right where you are.
Oh, okay.
Are those armored vehicles?
Yes, they have an armor factor of 0, so they essentially apply like no reduction to whatever gets shot at them. But for all intents and purposes, yeah. Actually, might as well double check that just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's a yes. Because if they're unarmored, it should be star line stuff. Yeah, unarmored, recognized by the presence of 2 star symbols, and if they're partially armored, there'd be a star symbol and something else. Otherwise, they're just considered armored. Oops.
So can they be hurt by support weapons?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So, because I'm going to assume that this is like an MMG thing, an MMG you'd be using the to hit. The distance is so close if you're adjacent that it wouldn't matter, or like unless you're rolling 11 or 12 or whatever. But even then, I think a 12 would be the only thing to prevent it. And then after you get the hit, MGs are automatically shoot AP because I don't think the game ASL recognizes anything else. Not that you would, anyways. And MGs should always have 4, I believe, as their to kill. You get a +2 if you're point blank range, essentially. So you get a 6, and then I would have no reduction to that. I don't think motion comes into play, and if you roll 6 or less, there's an effect. Otherwise, nothing happens.
All right, I'm gonna regret this, but
Actually, if you roll a 7 as well, since it's not HE, but still.
we open up on you.
Sounds good.
Does the leader bonus affect anything?
It should. I think because it's not a It's not a vehicle, obviously, so it should be fine. Leadership to hit. Does it count to hit? And then we only attempt one action turn. Does QA say anything directly? Yeah, I don't see anything that says it doesn't, so I would be fine with it. To hit. Does anything fire leadership not applicable for gun unless vehicular gun directed by armor leader? Yeah, okay. You're not shooting with a gun; it's with a support weapon, so you should get it.
Okay, so it's a +2 then, given that he's a -2 leader.
Um, it should be less than that. So there will be. Just trying to see.
No, for the leader. Yeah. So
So it'll be -2 for the leader, +2 for being in motion. There's a -2 for point blank range, and I think is my guy isn't small, so I think it's just a straight -2.
all right. So basically, anything but a natural 12, I believe.
Yeah,
Or a vehicle. Yeah.
yeah, essentially. Don't jinx it. All right. Uh, oh,
What?
your gun's a breakdown 11, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh, joy.
Come on. I just want to see if you can still get. I actually really want that to do something. So, aerial, vehicular, sport weapon. I kind of want you to just like we'll call it malfunction, but roll it to kill anyways.
All right.
Just because it's more fun that way. When you have like we only have 10 guys and like we're already fighting. Like, yeah, just roll to kill.
It's okay. Yeah, nothing anyway. So it's all right.
Hold on. So, +2 for to kill. 6. Damn. If you'd rolled a 7, there would have been a possible shock. All right. That will also. No, because it was a malfunction. Never mind. I was gonna say you get residual. All right. Um. 1, 2, 3.
Best thing is I only repair on a 1 too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it does say that. That's shitty. I don't know if I like that roll.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, this is going to be over the next turn or two, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to think about this and analyze it afterwards. Stack death stack in H3 goes to I4 for 1, J3 for 2, K3 for 3, L2 for 4. All get revealed.
Yeah, it's really just insult to injury at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, when the first shot does that, yeah, it's shitty. M3 for 5, N3 for 6, and then bonus road 04 for 7. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I won't use the bonus road. Actually, no, I have to. Sorry. Yeah, okay. 04 7 for bonus road. I'm going to try and start vehicle up here, which is a task check. Makes it so they're whatever. They're in motion. actually, I don't think I can do it that way. So I have to. That's 1 to start. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bypass in the wood hex. 6, or sorry, 6 to get here because bypass is 2. 7. Bypass 9 in V9. Bypass 11. No, wait, I can't do that. That's per hex side. So it's 11, 13, 15 to T9, U9, 17, 17, and then 19 to get here, delay, all the rest of it, and stop. That's
So
22.
hey,
What's up?
I don't think you can bypass O10.
010? No, I wouldn't be able to, but I'm fine. I'm fine being there just because I have line of sight. I think I should have line of sight on L9, maybe not K9. I think K9's kind of a shit show. Um, but it's really just to have some line of sight on P10 so I can shoot at it.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure because my understanding is that the woods goes right up to the hex side, so there's no bypass there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing that there's an extension that you can actually use, and it's kind of like a standard quote unquote like thickness, so that if you're trying to figure out bypass, you'd use that. I
Hey,
think
I'm just waiting for second front.
that's all my moves. Defensive fire.
Sure, why not? Unit in T10 there,
Yep.
or in 10, I guess, depending on how you want to do it. We'll fire at U10.
Yep.
So it's going
So
to be a
3 up 1.
3 up 1.
Yep. 7 conditional task check. Task check. Task check. Bottom guy pins. Oh. Snipers.
They're both. Our sniper number is 2. I don't think we've hit it yet.
No, but they're not on the board.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, I would have. I'll just toss mine way back here. Really, it wouldn't. It wouldn't matter anyways. I don't think. Can my sniper target a hip guy? I don't think it can. I think we were talking about that like 10 scenarios ago. Hip.
I will stick mine way up there.
Yeah. 2 and 2. All right. Cool. Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
N6 will fire at N5. So that is going to be a 3.
3 up 1.
3 1.
Mm-hmm.
8
8
on
on
3.
3 dismiss.
I am skirting that conditional.
It's a good way to force sniper checks, that's for sure.
That's true. And 06 will fire at the unit in P5.
Okay.
So that is going to be a 3 flat, I believe.
I think at the when movement's done, they're assumed to take the woods.
Did you use the road bonus?
Yes, but let me see here. Woods Road. Where's Woods Road? Road. Moving unit in the combinations Wood Road Hex is not eligible for +1 Woods TM during defensive first fire if the LOS does not cross with Green Wood's symbol. Huh, if it doesn't cross it, okay, sure, but whatever.
All right, so it's going to be 3 up 1 then.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I forgot that. I think that's it. So.
All right. Advanced fire phase. Let's see how much punishment I can put on here. N5 returns the favor in N6 as a 4 up 2. Nothing. P5 will do the same to 06, except it's a 1.5 up 2. Nope. This entire group, so L9, K9, J8, K8, and L7 will all fire group against L8. That's 3, 6, 9, 10 and a half, 13 and a half, which 13, they're automatically encircled up 2. Of course. Whatever. Well, at least you're encircled, I guess. Guys in U10 will fight back against T10. So that's going to be 4.5 up 2. Hey, coward. So 4, the coward at 2. 4 on 2 is a 1 MC, and your sniper. Oops, not the one I wanted. No sniper. Vehicle won't get much. Yeah, I'll just do these guys. U4 to Q5. I'm not using the MMGs because I can't. It's going to be 1, 2, 5. They're not CX. So 5 flat. Nope. Oh, CTC. Cool. Didn't expect the CTC.
So, Pentash checks?
Yeah. Passed easily. Not going to bother with that guy. That's it. Prep fires come off. Routes. I have to go first. So where's my guys? I've got this guy routes to L6 and stops there. Everybody else, everybody on your side can survive, by the way. So. Oh, right. Sorry. I don't know why I kept thinking that guy was not. He can't route anywhere because he just can't, so he's dead.
Does he surrender?
No, that's a failure to route because he wouldn't be interdicted. He's like literally just surrounded in the worst ways. So he just auto dies.
He will route to N9 and then continue to O9.
Okay.
I can keep routing, yeah?
Um, there was something. There was something I'd learned, and I forget if it's.
Then you know what? He'll actually stop in N9. If I can find the goddamn stack. There we go.
Here's the blast zone. Broken unit in building. Blah. Buildings wood hex. Building woods hex. If the hex is no further than a known enemy, you wouldn't know anybody else. Yeah, I think you have to, because there's something about routing in woods where you can't ignore them, but I would imagine if it's one continuous wood, it counts.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not too worried about it. We'll stop there. That's fine.
Oh yeah, upon reaching a building woods location not adjacent to a known enemy unit, a routing unit must stop and end its route phase in that building's wood location, even if overstacked, unless the unit can directly enter another building's wood hex in its next entered hex, not necessarily the same building or through continuous wood. Okay, yeah, so you can continue, but only if you can directly enter another one.
Yeah, so, and you have 6 movement factors?
Yeah. Yeah, who told me you couldn't? Strange. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, yeah. It's that you couldn't say like you'll ignore the woods to like go out or whatever. Like it had to do with distance and movement factors and stuff. But yeah, you
Yeah,
could.
no, I'm fine. I'm actually going to stop there. That's cool.
Okay. I think that's it for routes. So advances. Unit in U10, the one that's not pinned, will go to T10, N10, sorry. I'm just going to move. You know what? I'm going to dogpile that guy. He will go there. He will go there. These guys will go there. Pinned. The guy that's not pinned. Oops. There. I don't like sending CX guys in there. You will not. They will go there. This is stupid as hell, but I might as well. That guy's in motion. I'll just put the Doom stack there. This only one unit, okay. Put there. I don't need this. Put the non-concealed guy above. And that's it for advances. CC phase, might as well just do this one first. There is still technically chance of ambush. I don't know what my modifiers are, so I'll just roll. Pretty sure there's no ambush.
I'm stealthy, so I think that's a -1.
Yeah, but and encircle doesn't do anything. Not as far as I know, anyways. And I don't think there'd be any modifiers.
Yep. So no ambush.
So 2-1 for me, and I don't think. Yeah, you're not. Encircle doesn't do anything, so 2-1 for me, and either 1-1 or 1-2 for whatever you want to do.
1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-
I get no result.
Yeah, we'll 1 to 2 it. What the fuck?
Okay.
Nothing.
Right. Flips to melee. And then over here, I am CX, so I get a +1 for that. It is a real guy. I'll just take the concealment off for now. He's a real guy. He's CX, so he gets a +1. He's -2 for being concealed, so it's a net -1. All right, my guy's getting ambushed for sure. Yep. So you got ambushed, so you can either withdraw or take a 1-2 -4.
Jesus, so 8 or less, so slightly more than 50%.
8 gets you a casualty reduction, and less gets you a kill.
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
One should be 12. Infiltration. All right.
Casualty reduction.
So that's casualty. I'm now fighting at 1-2 because you're leader. And I get a +2 to my roll. Often. Flips to melee. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Turn 3, weather rally phase.
No change. Okay, that was kind of interesting. Rally actions. Wee hee hee. Do I have to reveal my leader?
Yeah, but now just because I have LOS.
So the leader hops in.
All right.
Says hiya. We'll just go top to bottom.
Well, that second guy's SOL, but
+4. No mod for the leader. -1 for the forest. Yeah.
yeah. So, top guy 6. So, +4. That's an 8. -1 for the forest. Here, 1 off. Do you get? Because he's not a commissar.
Yep. Nope. But he keeps the DM, and they will both be getting the hell out of Dodge, hopefully.
And the other guy was a casualty reduction.
Yes, and I took that out already.
Oh, okay. Do I have anything? This guy can self-rally. This guy will attempt rally. Nope. Leader stays his broken self.
Pins should come off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super bad about taking off pins for some reason.
All right, I don't think I can repair the gun in the middle of melee.
Sadly, no.
That would be hilariously amusing, but no. So prep fire.
Prep fire.
This is where it gets freaky. The 337 and N9 will fire at N10.
Okay.
So that's
Leader directed, I assume.
It doesn't matter, really, right? I can't counter.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. So
and there's
6
no
up
watch
1.
leader, so it doesn't matter one or the other. So that's going to be a 6 up 1, I believe.
Yep.
Nothing. The unit in N 6 will fire at N7, so that is going to be a 6 up 1.
M7? Oh, N5, okay.
So that is an 8 on 6, which is a pentast check.
Pentask. Passes.
And O6 will fire at O7.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I'm sorry, O5. I believe it's the same routine.
Yep. Ooh, nice.
4. 4 on
4,
6.
2 MC. Okay, that's when. All right.
What was that about your dice? I don't want to hear anything about your dice anymore.
Oh, trust me. You should have been there last game. I had a sniper activation number of 7, which is broken as hell. Out of I think I had 7 or 8 snipers. Out of those, 5 of them were 1s.
Wow, that's pretty obscene.
I still lost. It wasn't a good scenario, but if you ever get 6 or 7 as your sniper number, pretty crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, I think that's it for prep fire.
Okay.
Movimiento.
Yeah, apparently the secret to like getting better dice is you change yourself off from random.org for 3 months and then you go back onto it. They're just like, all right, here you go. Here's new numbers.
Yeah, no movement.
Okay.
For giggles, defense fire.
All right. Well, this stack is. I'm gonna risk the biscuit here. MMGs and everybody's firing, so that is 8, 16, 22 flat into Q5. All right. Well,
one breaks.
Well, random selection. Top 1 breaks. Well, I guess I spared my guy that's in there too, so, gotta look on the bright side. M7 will shoot into N6 as a 6 up 2. That's nothing. There's a fire group of P5, Q, or O5, N5 will all shoot into O6 as a 18 up 2. It's a little bit better. 8 on 18, 2 MC. Take it. That would be absolutely stupid to shoot into that encircled melee. T10 or N10 into N9 is a 6 up 1. 8 on 6, which is a pentast check. Leader's fine. Everybody's fine, I think. No, wasn't he the 5?
No. Do I have to? The broken guys can't pin.
Oh, true. Sorry.
But I think I have to unhit that guy.
It would be halved. Because even if you're hip, I think it's still considered concealed. So.
Nope.
So I think they show up, but it's conditional task, so they wouldn't take it.
No, a revealed hidden unit is totally discovered. It is not concealed unless specifically stated by a rule covering that situation.
Oh, okay. Well, not bad. Another 337, huh? I'm not gonna bother risking that. Nope, that's it. Advanced fire phase.
Well, now that it's out.
Might as well.
Yeah, N9 will fire back just for giggles at T10. So it's going to be doubled halved, so it's going to be a 3-up-1.
Double halved. Or is that not the guy that's pinned?
That's not the guy that's pinned.
Okay, yeah. 3-up-1. Ooh, 7-on-3. I think that's a pentash check.
Yeah.
Passed.
You are just passing those rolls, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. My morale checks is in the green. That's impressive. It's not a lot, mind you, but it's impressive nonetheless.
So I think that's it for advance fire.
Okay.
Routes. I have to route first.
Yeah. Take off prep and defensive. The leader's not going with?
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, so up to 6 movement, so 3 woods hexes. Alright.
We can have our little rally party there. I'm just going to leave the 1 DM marker on there if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. That's not a big deal.
And I think that's it. I don't think you have anybody to retreat, actually.
Nope.
Advance phase. Now comes the fun. Let's start up here.
Alright.
So there's no roll, so I will continue with my hippy dippy 1 to 2. And nothing.
And 2 to 1. Alright, well, it's only if you haven't attacked yet, so no results.
So that melee continues.
Mm-hmm.
And the melee down in Q5.
I'm still CX, so you got a -3, and I got a +1.
So it's a 1-to-1 at a -3.
3 to 2.
Oh, I forgot the leader gives me 1.
Damn.
I gotcha.
And no. Oh, he tried. He was a
well, he's just gonna get steamrolled by the Doomsday.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, I'll keep you occupied so everybody else can move up and try to do something.
Hey, next rally phase, I get to try and repair that machine gun. I'll break it entirely.
Hey, same.
I think that's it for CC.
Yep. Any concealment gains?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I just figured, might as well. If there's anything the defending player is going to need, like more than anything else in the world, is as much concealment as they can muster.
So the leader gains it, though I think he's going to lose it. Well, no, he won't, because you don't have line of sight on him.
Yeah, correct. It's just that the guys with him won't get it until the end of your next turn.
The broken guys?
Yeah, like broken guys can't. They would have to. They would have to roll for it, but until it's your turn, they can't gain it.
Yeah. So okay, so those guys get concealment, and they're good to go.
No weather change. Rally phases. I've still got my broken guy, so I'll rally him first. Nope. And then we'll try to repair my gun. Alright. Makes it easy.
Time to suicide that crew.
Oh, trust me, I'm just gonna like shoot everybody basically. Maybe I'll save the crew to do something, but they're probably just gonna shoot.
All right, I have a bunch of rallies here.
Mm-hmm.
Just go top to bottom.
That's the second time. The fuck are your dice?
No, they don't do that. It's equal or less, right? But they're DM, so yeah, no rally.
And repair on a 1.
Nope, but I don't break it, thank God.
You're
Hey,
just
you can
giving
capture it and take it back.
I was gonna say, you're just giving me the opportunity to capture it.
You'll have a better chance of repairing it than I will.
Sadly, it's kind of weird that they mark it as a need a 1. Weird. All right. Well, prep fire. Oh yeah, pins come off there. N10 is gonna shoot into N9 as a 6 of 1. 6 on 6 is a 1 morale. Yeah, 1 morale check. Damn. Should have used it on this stack, which will shoot into Q5 as a 4, 12, 18, 18 flat. All right. Well,
the other one.
You know.
Hey, is the vehicle participating in this?
No, vehicles not doing anything. All right. Well, that's like literally not. It's.
You know, that's literally like 6 dudes.
What is?
The stack in Q5 is like 6 guys, including the leader.
I mean, crew is yeah. Yeah, it's pretty pitiful, and there's all this like giant firepower, and it's like, oh no, actually, we're shooting at the trees or whatever. He's gonna drop concealment anyway, so I might as well do that. M10 will reveal 6 up 1 against N9. All right, good talk. Good talk. I think that's it for prep. Go straight into movement. Really not giving myself too many options here. Unit K8 will CX, goes to L7 for 2, M8 for 4, N8 for 6.
This unit will fire at them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a 6 flat.
Yep.
Nothing.
Bartlett, I don't think withdrawal is possible if you get a 12 after they've attacked. I think that only applies if it's before.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
All right, so he's fine there. 6, it's all his movement. Guy in M7, go to N7 for 2.
I know why you're doing it, but we'll do it. All right, so 6 flat.
Mm-hmm.
7 on 6.
That's
a normal. Yeah, normal.
Breaks. This unit in O3, you're going to eventually lose their concealment anyways. Goes to P3 for 2 and then Q4 for 4.
Okay.
If you haven't attacked yet, you must withdraw before attacking, but if you have already attacked, you can't withdraw. Huh. Interesting. This guy, pretty sure, well, lose CX, pretty sure nobody will see him, so he goes to O2 for 1, P2 for 2, Q3 for 3, and then R3 for 4.
All right.
N5 will assault move to N6.
Okay.
P5 loses CX, goes to P6 for 2.
And we'll get fired at.
Alright.
7 on 6, normal matchup.
Thank God. You know, I might as well keep him there. Squadron 05 loses CX, goes to P5 for 1, taking the road.
Man.
I gotta give you bad options, even if it means losing elite squads.
Nah, it's alright, keep going.
Okay, goes to Q6 for 2.
Okay.
R5 for 4.
Alright, sounds good.
The non-concealed guy in U10 goes to N or T10 N10 for 2.
Okay.
And then O10 for 4.
We'll fire at you.
Okay.
So it's going to be 3 flat.
From which guy? Oh, okay.
Nothing.
This stack will have 1 unit. I'm just gonna do it this way to be safe. Assault move to N10.
Mm-hmm.
And the other assault moves to M10.
Gotcha.
Stack in L9 will have the 337 will assault move to M9.
Okay.
One squad in K9 declares CX. Goes to L9 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
M9 for 4.
Okay.
And then N8 for 6.
Alrighty.
And then the other guy in K9 goes 2 into L9 and then 4 into M9.
Okay.
Vehicle up there isn't going to do anything. He's fine where he is. The vehicle in P4 will turn 1 for 1. Moves to P5 for 2.
Okay.
Q6 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
R6 for 4.
Alright.
5 into S7.
Can any infantry unit affect those at all, or just medium machine guns and higher?
So you could do what's called the CC reaction fire. Um, I don't think it would. If I was in bypass, you could do street fighting. I don't think you can do it if both sides are woods. But essentially, if I'm going into your hex, uh, especially if you're hit, you can declare a CC reaction fire and essentially do an attack um, against my vehicle using the CC values. So if you look at the
Yeah,
CC table,
it's okay.
yeah,
No worries. Keep going.
okay. I think that was it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do 6 here.
All right.
I have 360 degrees, so whatever. And then I'll just delay everything and stop in T7.
Okay.
Which is probably a really bad idea, but whatever. And that's it. Defensive fire phase. All right. It's a 4
So
down 1.
4 down 1. Yes.
Watch this be a 2. Thank Christ.
8 on 4 is nothing.
All right.
5 stack. That was good to know. The unit in P7 will fire at the 337 again.
Okay.
That's going to be a 3 up 1.
Yeah.
And that's nothing. The unit in 07 will fire at the elite in N6.
Okay.
So that's also going to be a 3 up 1.
Mm-hmm.
5 on 3 is a normal morale.
Morale. Alright, pass. I can't. There's no way I'm complaining about my dice for a long stretch.
And these guys are going to get overrun, but N9 will fire at M9 for a 3 up. No, 6 up 1.
Yeah.
6 on 6 is a 1MC.
Break and nothing. 7. Okay, he doesn't ELR, thankfully.
And give me just 1 second. I'll look some up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? Hiya.
All right.
So I have like Bupkis chance to get you, but what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure that still counts the MG table.
Oh yeah, no, it does. You can attack with it. I'm just the number to kill is so low that it's kind of minimal. I will almost 100% hit you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still a respectable 6 on it to kill.
No, there's no leader there.
No, but the to kill table takes in range, doesn't take in leader. That's why I was giving you the +2.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, I think I need anything but a 12 or an 11.
Yeah.
Because you're not moving, so it's what, -1 for
-2 for range.
And then -2 for range, so yeah. I'm gonna call it.
I was there thinking, like, you know what? We've gotten away. Like, I've played 2 games with other people. We haven't had problems with support weapons. It's not a big deal. And then the curse has followed us.
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest. I was probably going to call it next turn anyway.
Yeah, yeah, like I'm trying to think of hmm.
Basically, I needed to rally these guys. Those are my only guys that I've left. Basically, this guy's going to lose, probably get killed. This guy's going to get overrun. This guy may or may not get overrun, depending on how feisty you want to get with your CCs. Uh,
Oh,
this guy is probably going to go, and this guy's definitely going.
so my plan, just well, like obviously it's called, but my plan was,
I
this.
mean, just I want to back up. You're okay with that? You have no issues with me calling it?
No, I figure like with how many guys you have DM'd and how many have already died, there is not much left after this. Like that's the majority of your guys left.
There's literally nothing left. Like
Yeah.
that is the back line at this point.
So and then this. This guy was my 9-1 leader to go in to help that.
That's the only guy that was left hip was the 10-0 leader.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I think the only thing I would question, or maybe not question because it sounds more aggressive than I want it to be, but I think this guy, it's a great position for the MMG. I'm just a little surprised that you didn't do like fire lane and just like block it off, because if you're using the fire lane, then um, the vehicle maybe could drive up to it, but still has to risk being 2 hit and 2 kill.
I
Uh,
don't know that the fire lane affects vehicles actually.
uh, it does. It's just in a weird way. I forget if it's only um, if the crew is exposed, but essentially, like it wouldn't stop it from the fire lane from existing, and it would force, like, since I was moving with my infantry first, it would force the at least the stop of that guy, and then once that's done, you pull him out. I think the only other problem is that it's a 5 portage point machine gun, so you can't really move him anyways. It's the shitty part of the Russian.
Yeah, no, I got to be
squadrons.
honest. I'm fine. I had that guy was a lot of fun. I mean, they took out an elite squad and
Yeah,
basically took up occupied an entire company's worth of troops. So I'm happy with that. And yeah, I did think about fire laning that. That was kind of why I put him there. I wanted to fire lane the road, but I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm still a little bit leery of the vehicles. I feel like they're much more impactful than they probably are. Um, so yeah,
Considering
it's just
considering how
that's very definitely a psychological thing on my part. That's not a
honestly, considering how few resources we have in these earlier scenarios, it's completely justified to not feel like you can do anything against them. Um, yeah, and like I think, so I was thinking about this as this kind of scenario is very similar to LM-1, where you all your guys are hit like right off the bat, and I have to advance from off board. And I think I was thinking about changes I would do to it, and I think I would apply the same stuff here, where um, I would I would essentially remove the hip restriction, give all your guys auto concealment, which they would get since I start off board, but essentially if you start with it was what, 10 squads, 10 squads, two crews, I think, something like that.
8 squads.
8 squads. I would essentially give you 10 dummies, and you can do whatever you want with those. Maybe even like, I don't know, go crazy and put like 14 dummies or something, because that way, sure, I know you're in the forest, but I don't know which guys are real, and you still have the benefit of, the a 6 flat shot whenever I get close to you, right? Um, just because the hip is nice, but if you ever want to move, which, I mean, the board is, unless you're in a continuous line, you're not. I don't feel like you would be restricting movement enough that it would be worth it. Because as soon as you go past your line, you have to move and you drop hip for free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, you're more or less going to be forced to drop hip for, basically drop hip into concealment to claim line of sight for a bunch of guys anyway.
Yeah.
Just to strip you of your concealment, though that goes pretty quick anyway. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I tried to kind of do a loose line, like they were basically every other hex in kind of a loose arc there. I actually didn't put anybody in the back beyond that machine gun crew, just because it was kind of like, well, those guys are just going to be where they are. I could put them up in the front and maybe have a slightly nastier, one hex. Maybe put a couple of units in the machine gun crew, but then it's like, well, you're going to be hitting me with. I mean, you saw all these. It was easily no problem for you to get, as more or less as many squads as you wanted to on top of me, basically.
Yeah.
And there's really
Honestly,
not much I
I
can do
like that placement.
to prevent it. So that was kind of like my thought was, all right, that's my backstop. If I get any leakers around you like these guys down here that you had coming up the back end, like they had a decent shot over into some of these areas over here, so I could
Yeah.
kind of try and at least make you think about it. And then they were kind of covering this over here to kind of catch anybody over there. My problem was I got too many guys broken up here, and I didn't push them back this way.
Yeah.
I was looking at the victory conditions, and it's kind of like there is no point in defending K9 because if you lose P10, you lose the game. So, because you have to hold both of them at the end. So it's kind of like I didn't feel like there was a need to put anybody back in here really. I mean, I probably could have put maybe somebody back here. I don't know. Maybe like
I feel like that's kind of a trap.
Like the other machine gun could be right in there, maybe, because that's a decent shot down that road. But even then, that doesn't actually help draw off units. You're going to get there on turn 3, maybe. You'll be in here in turn 3, and that's not a good thing because that gets you really close in here. Then you're like a turn away from there. So my other choice was I could defend kind of along this line, which is what I chose. Or yeah, you could go for kind of a tighter in line like in there. And that might have been the better choice, to be honest, kind of make you work your way through there. But I mean, I don't know. You saw like when you got up to about this line right here, you had a solid line of guys from top to bottom. You were just basically sweeping through with a squad or 2 per hex, and there's really nothing I can do about that. I mean,
Well, I think also what like really did you in is what's your stats for your dice? Because there's no way that your IFT is below like 8. 7.45. Yeah, it's like the fact that you were getting really high on IFTs, it you can only do so much when on flats and minus ones or twos you're not getting anything out of it. Like
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think there's a way you could do it, but it's damn hard. Like this is basically just how many losses can I inflict before you wipe me out? Because
yeah,
I mean, I know that's kind of the point for the historical scenario and all that, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm happy with how it turned out. Like the defense worked pretty well. I don't. It's very difficult to retreat from contact, particularly when you're outnumbered quite as bad as I was, and I don't really have that far to retreat anyway. Like, I guess I could have started engaging you up here, but it's like an expanding cone. The further out I get, the less I have to cover, the thinner the line gets, basically. So I felt like this was the kind of the median where I had enough to kind of hold you up a little bit, and then I had a little bit of like I had a couple of stacks back here that I could use to kind of retreat past, if you will.
yeah.
But it just wasn't enough. I couldn't rally these guys fast enough, and they kept. I had two guys basically break. So
I think that's kind of like the only two things I can think of is I think that's the point of the commissar is to do that. But then like, why not just make an give a 9-0 as well? Like it seems weird to only give a 10-0. If
there's a 10-0 and the 10-2, so I probably should have swapped the 10-0 and the 10-2 and kept the 10-2 in to do rallying stuff, and that was just a brain fart on my part.
Honestly, the commissar would be better, and the only reason is because one, he would ignore DM, So immediately you get it's a -4 instead of +4. Um, nullifying that, and he does boost the broken morale side, so you'd get an extra positive from that. Um,
Yeah, no, I literally I should have flip flopped the 10 and the 8. Like if
yeah,
the but then it's kind of like I'm trying to figure out where the main push is going to be.
yeah. Which is again why I think the idea of hip like it doesn't make sense because it locks the defending player into doing nothing. Like you just have to wait, and if you're concealed, at least you get way more movement out of it, and you can be more reactionary to what's going on. I think it'd just be more exciting that way.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I agree. I mean,
I
in
think the
hindsight, I probably should have moved around a little bit, but because I would have been concealed. I mean, because you couldn't see me.
mhm.
But since I have no dummies, like as soon as I start moving, you know exactly where I am, and then you can just maneuver
Yeah,
to move on.
exactly. Which is why I think that this scenario in LM1 should have been no hip, or maybe like hip a support weapon like a squad or whatever. That way, like you can keep the support weapons kind of in secret, but other stuff should have been just concealed because it's more interesting that way from both perspectives. I think the only other thing with if you were to defend like really close up is that as partisans, you do still only cost one movement factor to run away. So I could see it being like, you set up in really forward. You pin as many people as you can, adjacent or whatever, and then once it's your turn, screw you screw off and you just go 4 hexes or 6 hexes away as CX. Because you'd never, as a Chinese player, you wouldn't be able to catch up because your movement is half that, right? So that'd be like the
Yeah,
only
that's
other thing.
true. I mean, yeah, there's ways. I don't know. I get really nervous when I have just like a bunch of dudes kind of like hanging out, you
Yeah,
know, multiple hexes away from each other. I don't know.
I know the feeling. All right, well, so with this, and also like we're on turn 4, and I haven't used all my movement. I don't see why this would be 9 turns. I still think 6 might be a little bit too fast because getting to K9 might be a chore, but 7 turns for sure.
Yeah, maybe 6.5. Give you one last push to try and get in.
Uh, I think I think in a scenario like this, it's more interesting to give the partisans or the Red Chinese in this case the final turn, just so that they can still fight back to into buildings if possible. Like if you're here, and it's a super desperate last defense, or you're like trying to rally
Well, no,
guys.
see, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. If I'm here and you have that, I've lost. I have
No,
to
I
hold
need
both. I have to hold both.
no. I have to hold both. KMT. You're the red. You're the red army. I'm the
Ah,
KMT.
damn it.
Well, I mean, in this case, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because it still takes me forever to get to K9. Like
Yeah,
I can't.
and I'm gonna say with 8 units, yeah, even 1 unit back there is like,
It's an amazing amount of firepower that you're just giving away. So it's kind of silly, to do that sort of stuff. But um, next scenario, we've already got the save, so that should. I just need to build my
it's
side of
gonna
it.
suck. It's gonna be a giant human wave.
KMT must exit for 25 exit VP by game end. Oh my god.
Yep.
25 squads to 16, one support weapon, which I'll break in the first turn.
I don't. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any at all.
No,
So
you don't have anything. We both have the same ELR and sand, which is interesting. All
I mean, really,
Chinese.
if you look at the way the map is, there's like two places I can theoretically line up, and if I pick one, then you're on top of me immediately, and if I pick the other, then it's a giant human wave from the first line.
It's not even. It's long edge to long edge, so it's the shortest path.
Yep.
That seems silly, but all right.
We're gonna have like 2 turns of kind of bloodbathy stuff.
I'm probably just
Both
gonna
ways.
run. I'll just be like, yeah, fuck it. how do I how do I just run with as
I
many
mean,
guys as
honestly, human
possible?
wave is your best bet. It's what, 8 movement factors?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's and I mean, I'm looking at like a pixelated things. I don't think there's a lot of grain in this, so I could probably make it one.
There's no grain. It's all
Oh,
grass.
great.
So like, I think it's like 8 hexes or 7 hexes of just open
It'd be
field.
10. Board to board is 10.
Yeah, it's at least half the board, so it's at least 5, and I want to say it's actually closer to 7. It's at least 6 or 7. There's a big swath on kind of the as you're if you're looking at it this way on the left side.
Mm,
There's like a house farm area on the top right of the map, if I remember correctly,
right.
and like some kind of yucky terrain, quote unquote yucky terrain, a little bit south or a little bit to the bottom of that, but
Mm,
there's really nothing else.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Well, yeah, I guess I'll save that. Let's close the log here. And
Thank you very much. I probably could have played out the turn, but it was just kind of like, eh.
honestly, like I think we're at a point, or at least like we're getting better and better at being like, you know what, like continuing this probably it would have been a real stretch to get to 9 turns and salvage it if you ask me.
I'm saying that just because it wasn't a morale break on my part. I'm not particularly like upset
Yeah,
or anything. I just
yeah,
I'm kind of looking at it going, eh, it's not worth playing out because I know where it's going to go, and it's just there's really nothing I could do to really sway that in a meaningful sense.
yeah. When a game goes from one melee to one, two, three, four, five more to six, some something's going wrong.
Could you have mounted troops on those armored cars?
No,
Oh, that's too bad.
it's funny too because like the image they show on the card looks way more like just a truck, right? Like it just looks like a regular truck, and I was like, oh, I got 2 trucks. Okay, cool. And then I realized later, I was like, no, oh wait, those are armored cars. Like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I'm always up for the kind of the weirdo bits, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we'll just get more and more toys as things play out. Not not counting next scenario, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. The next few scenarios are. I want to say most of these scenarios are pretty much pure infantry slogs.
Oh, you there's a lot of interesting stuff in LM-5, and then LM-6 looks like it's gonna be incredibly dumb because you know LM-7 looks very interesting. Only if only because it's got like a lot of weird reinforcement stuff. LM-8 is pure infantry. Same thing with 9, 10. Well, 10's got one support weapon. Whatever. 11's gonna be interesting. That looks cool. 12 has the boats.
Oh, is that landing?
Yeah, that one's the boats with the landing and stuff.
Oh, hey, mortars.
Infantry. Yeah, hey, by LM-14 we get our first mortar.
Well, no, there's mortars in 12.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Sick.
Yeah, single
Oh, the one with the
76
boats.
millimeter on each side.
Sweet. Boats, couple mortars, lots of bunkers and stuff, some horses. Yeah. Well, this will be interesting as we finish this out. I think it's weird. The more I play this, the more I'm excited for what's after.
Oh my god, it's a 5 strength unit. Holy shit.
Are you checking the last one, the 537?
Yeah, in 14.
Oh, and 14, yeah.
There's 2 527s. Woohoo!
Oh, 527s, damn. Get the,
I guess SMG troops.
yeah, yeah. Typically,
Yep.
those would be their Russian SMG guy.
22 men were selected to lead the attack. Each carried a submachine gun or an automatic pistol, grenades, and a sword.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, these SSRs are crazy. Um, all right, well, for the stream, as always, thanks for watching. I'm gonna play one last thing before that, but Hypno, I will see you on Friday.
Yep, thanks. It's good to be back. I love the stream and have fun.
All right, take care.
You too.
And as promised,
Stick to me like glue and keep your eyes open.
thanks for the follow, the old man, which I'm pretty sure is Stu. So yeah, stay tuned. Friday we should be doing LM-4. What is that scenario called? I think it's finding another route, taking a different route. So stay tuned for that, and see you next time.